All right, everybody, this is Larry H. Gardner of Headlines and Headaches in the Headline Eye. I'm here at the viewing down here at wonderful Captivate, where all the beautiful people at. And the thing about it is we have one of the stars of the show, P-Valley, Miss Shamika Cotton in the building, coming to visit up in Cleveland. So the thing about it is that let me first turn this around to see this lovely lady right here. So, how are you, Miss Cotton?
Hey, I'm doing good. So glad to be back home.
You're from Cleveland?
Yes, I was born in Cleveland, raised in Cincinnati, but my dad's here, grandma, aunties, cousins, so I was always back and forth between Cleveland and Cincinnati.
Okay, so how did you get on P-Valley?
I auditioned. My agent sent me the appointment to audition. So yeah.
So how's it been so far? So what is the character that you play for those who don't follow the show, but should anyway?
Yeah, okay. So I play Farrah. And Farrah is also known as Coach's wife. Now, if you watched P-Valley last season, the first season, you remember that Coach invited Mercedes invited her to be kept by him, basically, right? And so she was all like, no. But then the pandemic happened and everybody needed some money. And so now Mercedes took Coach up on his offer. But Mercedes, being a woman of integrity, was like, I want to meet your wife first. And so she summoned me, and now here I am.
So here you are in all your glory. So how has it, so this is season 2 P-Valley, and the thing about it is like everybody loved the show in season 1. Describe the cast, especially, everybody loved Uncle Clifford. So we just gonna talk about
Clifford. She's amazing. So that's played by Nico, and Nico is amazing. Just a beautiful, beautiful human being. And that's one thing that I'm so grateful for, was how all of the cast members from first season, they embraced me, they welcomed me, and it just felt like coming home to family. Working with Brandy Evans, who plays Mercedes, and Jay Alphonse, who plays Little Murda, and just everyone, Katori. It's just been like coming home to family.
All right, so tonight we're going to have a sneak peek of an episode. So what can we expect from this episode?
All right, so this episode is called Savage, okay? And it was written by Nicole Jefferson Archer. I think I got her last name right. I hope I said it right. But Nicole wrote this episode, and the title alone, Savage, okay? So it's going to be it's going to be deeper. Like last week we had kind of like the fairy tale parallels and things like that. We saw Kashawn, we got her backstory, and so now we are back in the present day, and we're seeing how all of the stories are coming to fruition and what's happening.
Okay, so it's gonna sound like it's gonna be a deep episode. It's gonna be a lot of people talk about the sex scenes in P-Valley. Will there be one in here, or you don't want to give that too much away?
P-Valley. Do y'all know what the P stands for? Okay, so you want me to say it? No,
go ahead, say it.
Pussy, okay?
All right.
Pussy Valley. It's based on the play written by Katori Hall called Pussy Valley, and when she wrote the play, she realized that it was more than just a one-time play. The stories were so rich, the characters so rich, and they deserved more time and more development. And so she started embarking on this journey of making it into a TV show. And it actually took about 10 years to get it to stars and to get to where we are today. Okay. But yes, there will be sex. And what's so great about P-Valley, because this is kind of like, this is my first time having to do, intimacy scenes and things like that. But I felt very comfortable because one, Katori, she's amazing and I trust her. But also we have an amazing intimacy coordinator, Zuri, and they make sure that we have a very safe environment, that everybody is respected, to make sure all of our contracts are being honored and things like that. And also, I don't know if you know, but all the directors of P-Valley are women. So whenever you're seeing the intimacy scenes, you're seeing the dancers, you're seeing the nudity, that's kind of why it's always so tasteful and like art, because they're making sure that they're showing us in another way that you typically don't get to see women when you're seeing, seeing the nudity and the sex. And also, what I love about the intimacy on P-Valley is it's equal opportunity, all right? We have gotten a chance to see a lot of peen this season, but I love it. I love it because it's very authentic, it's very raw, and it's just juicy storytelling, and I'm here for it.
All right, so so I know you got parental units. How do they feel about you being on P-Valley?
Right. So my dad's not watching. Okay, that's first of all. But my mom, she waited for me to come home. I was just in Cincinnati a couple days ago, and she wanted to wait to watch the show. So we binged the second season together, and she watched it. And all she kept saying was, Shamika, Shamika, oh my gosh. But she was so proud, and just proud, and so much love. And I recorded her reaction so I can always see it forever. And it was just a really special treat to be able to see her, to see her see me, and to also see me as this woman in the world, you know? So it's very, very special. So much support.
So as far as the scenes you talk about, you know, of course, Little Murder and Uncle Clifford,
Absolutely.
that
Tender love story.
Right. So that, you know, has come up, you know, some people said, well, you know, as far as can straight men enjoy this?
Right. I think straight men can absolutely enjoy it. And they can enjoy the conversations, I think, that comes from this show. But I think this show is for an audience that typically doesn't get a chance to see themselves, right? And so you have Katori Hall, who is our showrunner, who is a black woman. So you're going to see a lot of black women as sheroes that are at the forefront of the storylines. And then you have our executive producer, Patrick Ian Polk, who is a gay man. So he brings in the LGBTQIA community. So I saw this really wonderful thing on Instagram when someone made a really wonderful point, and I don't know if this was intentional, but this show, he said that this show was never really for straight men. It's for black women first, and then the LGBTQIA community. But what happens is that a lot of times straight men think that everything is for them. So you may have thought it was just for you because you saw the strippers and you were enjoying that. But this story has always been about giving visibility and telling the stories of everyone. And so that is what is so special and so delicious about P-Valley, and I am here for it. And this show is for who it is for. So if you are watching and loving it, it is for you.
So pretty much P-Valley brings out black women empowerment, correct?
Absolutely, absolutely that.
Okay, so.
And the culture, right?
Yes, the culture.
Unapologetically black culture. All of the multifaceted nuance in who we are. You know, like that funeral scene, the costumes, the hair, the makeup. I love it. I love it. It's for us.
So your character.
Yes.
Describe what do you put into your character?
What, say again?
What do you put into your character? How much of you was in your character on P-Valley?
Well, I'm always going to start from bringing myself to it as much as possible. And then also bringing in the character that the writers created. But when I'm working on the character, my first thing is to ask the question, what is Farrah's truth? And how can I connect myself to her truth? And I think part of her truth is this longing for connection, longing to be seen. And I think something that we all have in common is sometimes we get into situations where we may not be living our lives as truly and as empowered as we can be. And a lot of times, you know, P-Valley represents the characters in a valley situation. And I think what you saw in episode 203 was Farrah trying to hold on to the power in her marriage. And when she met Mercedes, and Mercedes stood up for her and actually saw her art as art, it helped her to kind of see herself and start to find her power. So I think Farrah is a woman trying to really express who she is, trying to redefine who she is and her power. And I think that's who Farrah is.
Okay. All right, so can they follow you on IG, Twitter? What are your links?
Yes, you guys can follow me on Instagram. I am Shamika Chronicles on Instagram. And on Twitter, I'm just Shamika Cotton.
Okay.
So yeah, come on over.
Okay, and any last things to any actresses trying to get into the business, making it so, what do you want, especially African American women that are trying to get into the business, what do you have, any advice for them?
Y'all, this is our time. This is our time. So many wonderful stories are being told. You deserve to be seen. Someone is waiting for you to tell a story. They are waiting to see you. So if you have that desire in your heart to tell stories, if there are conversations that you want to have out here in the world via your art, whether it's acting or writing or being an artist in that way, whatever your form of art, do it because somebody is waiting for you to show up so they can see you and then see themselves.
Okay, so you pretty much brought half of Cleveland out on a Sunday. How does it make you feel?
That Cleveland's coming out on Sunday. It's time to have church down in the valley. But yeah, I'm very grateful. I'm so grateful for all the love and support. And I'm so grateful to be back here where I was born, where it started, and for it to be such a pivotal role, to be able to be here in this place. So I'm just so cool. And so grateful.
So where can they catch PValley at? Before we go, where they catch PValley at?
Stars at 10 o'clock on Sundays. But if you have the Stars app, you can watch it at 12:01 on Sundays.
Okay, but we watching it early tonight, huh?
Yes.
And the episode tonight is called Savage.
Savage.
So what can we expect from your character in this episode tonight?
She's gonna be a savage. There's gonna be a lot of savage going on.
My phone about to burn up right about now. So this is Larry H. going along with Shamika Cotton, her character Farrah on P-Valley. Check them out on Stars at 10 o'clock on Sundays, and then 12:01 if you have the app. Get the app. You know, if you don't have time to watch stuff like me, do that. So any last words before we end this interview? We can go back to the party.
No, thank y'all so much for watching Pink Posse. We love you, and we are here for you, and we are so grateful to tell y'all these stories.
All right, thank you very much. Again, this is Larry H. Gardner, putting it back on myself, Voice It Radio, Headlines and Headaches, Nerve DJs, Headline I, coming to you, bringing you the stories that you want to hear, because nobody can tell their stories about us but us.
Woo!
Nobody treasures they love you today. I do. We out. I'm about to go back to this party at Captiv. Check out our African American. Check out Shamika Cotton Affair on P-Valley. We out. Peace.